And here we have the next multiple choice segment. Oh, I spot Hiragi up ahead of me. I should go say hey. Hey, Hiragi!
なんかもう慣れてきたな。で、何か用事か？
Nah, nothing in particular. Okay, now what to talk about? Hobbies 2. Have you played any fighting games since that one time?
あの格ゲーさ、実は弟が持ってたんだよね。
Dang, really? So I guess that means he plays it himself. Did you play against him any?
あいつも結構やり込んでたみたいで、いい練習相手よ。だからたまにって感じだけど、練習してるわよ。
We gotta have an online match together, or I feel like playing with you would end in a real fight. We gotta have an online match together.
ネット対戦？そんなのできるの？
As long as your console's connected to the internet, yeah. Has your brother never done that?
そういえば、沖縄の人が強いとか、東北の人が手強いとか言ってたような。
He probably plays online then. It's so cool because you can play against anyone in the world, right from the comfort of your own home.
へえ、じゃあお前とも家にいながら対戦できるってこと？
Yep, and if we do a friendly match, we can talk while we play. It's pretty fun.
そんなこともできるんだ。確かにただ戦ってるだけじゃ味気ないかも。
You do need a computer for that though, and it's kind of a pain to set up.
じゃあとりあえずそのネット対戦だけやろうよ。
Sure thing, I wanna play against your brother too.
あいつも私もお互いボコし合ってるから負けないわよ。
Did you hear they pulled out new flavors of lollipops?
マジ？何味？
What flavors do you think they are?
もったいぶらないで教えてくれたっていいでしょ？
Well, it was a little surprising, so I was curious to see if you could guess it.
意外な味？それって今までにないチップキャンディってこと？それとも味が意外ってこと？
I'll just say it goes in a different direction than previous lollipop flavors.
違う方向性。ライチはあった気がするし。味噌？いやそれは意外なだけだし。
You don't have a limit to your guesses either, so shoot out anything that comes to mind.
みかん、紅芋、栗きんとん、モンブラン、ティラミス。
They already have tiramisu flavor, but you were getting pretty warm with yams and sweet potatoes.
ダメ、わかんない。答え教えろ。
They actually went with a distinctly Japanese flavor this time. Black and white sesame or soybean. It's soybean.
きなこか。それだけだったら微妙じゃない？味が単調というか、もう少しアクセントが欲しいような。
Hehehe. Oh, but I haven't told you the best part yet. They mix it with a brown sugar syrup so it tastes like you're eating a proper Japanese-style dessert.
マジで？それきっと当たりだよ。絶対うまいって。
Right? The moment I saw them, I got so excited. You can probably find them at any store that carries a decent amount of flavors.
帰りにコンビニとか探してみようかな。早く舐めてみたい。
I'll look for some too, and if I find any, I'll buy one for you.
そうね。もう今から超楽しみ。
Seems like you're really digging this new flavor, huh?
和風な味が欲しいなってちょっと思ってたのよ。ほんと教えてくれてありがとう。
Oh, that time already, huh? It's been feeling like time flies whenever I talk with you.
何それ？
Yeah, guess that's what happens. You're having a blast.
バカ。
Nice, looks like I'm on a roll today. Romans 2. Do you think Starcrossed Lovers are still a thing?
それってロミオとジュリエットみたいなやつ？
Yeah, basically two people who aren't meant to fall in love. Isn't the concept pretty popular among girls?
憧れるやつはいるだろうけど、私はそうでもないかな。
Oh, really? Personally speaking, I think relationships like that are kind of dreamy and romantic. I imagine it'd be absolutely dreadful, but if like they were my friends, I'd want to support them 100%.
まあ、もしかしたらあるんじゃない？未だに王政の国もあるんでしょ？
What would you do if I was a king? I'd like to see a Princess Yuzuyu. What would you do if I was a king?
もちろん拉致して身代金をたくさん請求するわよ。
What kind of terrorist answers that? Love would never blossom between us in that world.
あ、別にそんなもん生まれなくていいだろ。
After thinking about it, a love story between a king and his kidnapper could work. What do you think?
それは確かに展開的にはいいと思うけど、そうじゃなくて。
Why not? A king getting kidnapped is a crazy enough plot device. Just go with it.
そうだけど、なんでそういうことを平然と言ってくるんだよ。
Okay, let's talk about pets. Did you know you can legally own a giraffe in Japan? Oh, really? Did you know you can legally own a giraffe in Japan, Hiragi? They're the biggest land mammal you're allowed to keep.
それ本当？あのでっかいキリンをでしょ？すごいすごい！
There's a bunch of conditions you gotta meet though, like there's a permit you gotta get, and then the giraffe has to be quarantined when you import it.
でもさ、あんな大きい動物が飼えるんだよ。夢みたいじゃない。
Did you wanna have a pet giraffe when you were little?
キリンだけじゃないけど、動物園にいる動物を飼ってみたいって思ったことはあるわよ。ごめん、ちょっとはしゃいだ。
Oh, no worries. You were smiling like a little kid on Christmas. It was a nice sight.
忘れろ！そうやってからかってくるんだろ？
Chill, I'm not teasing you. Besides, I'm sure pretty everyone had dreams like that as a kid.
そうならいいけど。
But wouldn't raising a giraffe be so much work? I mean, just think of having to feed it and finding a place for it to go to the bathroom.
広大な土地とか必要かもしれないわね。そんな場所、この辺にないわよね。
There's something that's kinda been bothering me.
気になることって？
You ever think about how big giraffe shit must be? You think giraffes eat rice and bread?
一応雑食だけど、穀物はどうだろう。でも、その発想は可愛いわね。
Really? I'm not seeing what's cute about that.
だって、それって小さい子供がお母さんに犬や猫にご飯やパンを食べるのかなって聞くのと同じよ。
Ah, yeah, I get it now, but I legit have no idea what they eat.
基本的に葉っぱだけど、鳩とか動物も食べるから草食動物とは言えないのよね。
Oh, thanks! You know a lot about this, Hiragi.
キリンって結構好きだったのよね。あ、もちろん今でも好きよ。
That explains why you got all hyper when I mentioned being able to keep them as pets.
それを蒸し返してくるなよ。ちょっと恥ずかしいんだから。
Hey, there is no shame in that. Tons of people love animals. At the very least, my opinion of you hasn't changed one bit.
そっか。ちょっと気が楽になった。ありがとう。
Oh, that time already, huh? It's been feeling like time flies whenever I talk with you.
何それ？
Yeah, guess that's what happens when you're having a blast.
バカ！
Nice, looks like I'm on a roll today. Okay, let's chat. How's Pompon doing? How's Pompon doing?
ポメ太郎？そんな犬のことなんて知らないわよ。
Yeah, you do, it's your dog. You know, the one covered in fur, looks a bit like a pom-pom, hence the name.
ポメ太郎じゃねえよ、チャルロット。ポメ太郎とか言うな。 なんでポメ太郎って可愛くない名前で呼ぶかな。
I mean, she looks like a pom-pom, and I do think it's a cute name for the record.
あんた全然シャルロットの可愛さが分かってないわね。あんたも飼ってみれば可愛さが分かるはずよ。
Make me your pet, Hiragi. How about we start calling Charlotte Gomez? What? Make me your pet, Hiragi. I know, make me your pet, Hiragi. If I want to understand the cuteness of pets, I must first become one.
はあ、いきなり変なこと言ってんじゃねえよ。自分をペットにとかおかしいだろ。
Yeah, I wouldn't mind being your pet, Hiragi.
気持ち悪いから照れるな、頬を染めるな。
Wow, am I not good enough to be your pet? I could play games for you for as long as you want. It'd be so much fun, Hiragi.
でもあんた可愛くないし。
You can't discriminate against me cause I'm ugly. All people deserve an equal chance at becoming pets.
あんなこと言われても。でもペットにすればゲームだけじゃなくて漫画とかもいっぱい読めるかも。
If you want, I can give you my entire manga collection.
ありかもしれない。
Okay, let's do something. Stare at her. You know how they say staring off into the distance can improve your eyesight? Are you a believer in that or no?
近いところばっかり見てると目の筋肉が固まっちゃうから、それを防ぐためにたまには見ろってことじゃないの？
Alright, what do they call that again? The something freeze phenomenon?
ピントフリーズ現象。なんでそんな微妙な部分しか覚えてないんだよ。
The word freeze comes up a lot in games, so I just probably remembered that part of it.
なるほどね。まあ遠くばっか見てるやつには逆に近くを見ろってことなんだろうけどな。
Huh, closer things.
どうかしたのか？
Staring at you, of course. You have some really pretty eyelashes. We were talking about looking at things close by, so I thought I'd look at you, and that's when I noticed you have some really pretty eyelashes.
そう？ありがとう。
Other girls never tell you that. Well, I guess it'd be weird if you heard it all the time, but yeah, your eyelashes are seriously pretty.
みんな私のことなんてじっくり見ないでしょ。だからそんな風に言われたの初めてよ。
Man, really? What a shame. I think you're pretty cute, all things considered.
何よ急に。おだてたって何も出ないわよ。
I wasn't trying to get anything, I was just saying what was on my mind.
そう。ありがとう。
You can be a pretty chatty person, you know, Hiragi.
そうかな。なんか文句あるか？
Wasn't saying it was a bad thing, I was actually kinda complimenting you. Nice, nice. Thinking that went pretty well. Let's smile at her. They say good fortune comes to those who smile, but how much do you gotta smile to get that good fortune?
どの程度っていうより笑うことに意味があるんじゃないの？笑顔が大事っていうかさ。
Then I guess sarcastic smiles are out, so are sneering smiles too.
笑いっていうキーワードでいきなりその2つを挙げるお前って。
Just some obvious examples of smiles that'll be out. So, do you think a beaming smile or a casual smile would be better?
そこはやっぱり大笑いの方がいいんじゃない？よくわかんないけどさ。
Guess I'll just look it up.
どうした？下痢か？ならトイレ行ってこいよ。
I don't have to shit, okay? You can read me like a book. I don't have to shit, okay? What about smiling screams diarrhea to you? If I had that, I'd be frowning.
ほら、諦めた瞬間って悟りを開くような顔するって言うじゃん？そんな顔してたからさ。
Don't say that! That's the fucking face of despair!
でもなんで微笑んだんだ？なんか思い出し笑いでもしたの？
You could say that.
あ、今なんか隠してるだろ。変な間があったぞ。
Just your imagination. Well, anyhow, this conversation's over. Let's merrily move on to the next one.
絶対なんか隠してるって。あからさますぎるだろ。教えろよ。
Let's look depressed. So, I've been playing this new fighting game I bought, but the controls are different from the last game in the franchise, and I'm having an awful time getting used to it.
そうなの？ねえ、タイトルはなんていうの？
It's called Sonic Volcano 3. Heard of it?
それなら弟がこの前買ってきてたわね。同じようなこと言ってたから、もしかしたらって思ったけど。
Seriously, I don't know a single other person with it, so I've been having a ton of trouble practicing. You gotta let me play with your brother.
それは別にいいけど、私はやらないわよ。あのゲームコマンド難しいんだもん。
What? Well, that's a funny joke, Hiraki. Huh.
どうしたんだよ、急にブルーになって。
Just came back to me. Why don't you like me, Hiragi? Why don't you like me, Hiragi? My feelings are hurt.
ちょっと待ってよ。なんでそうなるわけ？
Your brother might be better at the game, but still, I wanted to play with you too.
でも私弱いし、あんた結構容赦ないじゃん。だからやりたくないのよ。
Man, my plan to train you with rigorous training already failed. Here, next time we can do something that'll let us both have fun. You can do team battles where you fight against computers.
それならやってもいいわよ。お前と一緒なら心強いし。
You can be a pretty chatty person, you know.
そう、なんか文句あるか
？Ask me. Ask me about my hobbies. Got any questions about my hobbies, Hiragi?
あんたの趣味？そういえば気にしたことなかったわね。
It wouldn't hurt for you to at least feign a little interest, you know.
とは言っても、ありきたりな趣味しかなさそうに思えるのよね。
You don't know that. I might have hobbies so amazing they'll leave you speechless. Might not too.
どっちだよ。ねえ、何か隠れた趣味とかないの？
Taking my clothes off in public. I'm a Hiragi teaser. It's been a recent hobby of mine.
それってもしかして私いじり？
Who else at the school has the first name Hiragi?
はいはい、そうですか。勝手に私で遊ばないでください。
It's not at your expense. I couldn't do any of it if you didn't like it.
何その好きな子にちょっかい出すような感じ。結局は構ってほしいわけ？
Huh? Maybe I do?
ちょっとどういうこと？
Don't really know. All I really know is that I don't not want to give you that impression.
変に考えるな。こっちまでもやもやしてくるじゃねえか。
Ask me about my private life. Got any questions about my private life, Hiragi?
プライベートね。例えばどんなことを質問してもいいの？
Well, nothing too personal. Maybe just what my favorite manga is or what I do first thing in the morning after getting up.
そういえばあんたってたまに遅刻してきたりするけど夜更かししてんの？
Why, yes, I do. Thank you for asking. I'll read manga or play games late into the night a lot.
夜型っぽい気がしてたけどやっぱりそうだったんだ。じゃあいつもあんたって何時に寝てんの？
At midnight or never slept a minute in my life. Normally at midnight. Staying up any later than that usually screws me over next morning.
でも夜更かしするときはするんだろ？
Yeah, but I try to limit that to strictly weekends.
そういうのをちゃんと考えたりするんだ。
Yeah, kinda. I feel bad for my mom when I don't get up in time for breakfast, and if I don't have breakfast, I'm starving until lunch.
だったら早弁すればいいじゃん。放課後遅くまで遊んでるってわけでもないでしょ？
Well, yeah, but I'll still be hungry waiting for dinner. This is why I try to make a habit out of going to bed at midnight.
失敗あってこその今ってことね。偉いじゃん。
You can be a pretty chatty person, you know?
なんか文句あるか？
Ask me about my school life. Got any questions about my school life, Hiragi?
お前が真面目なのかアホなのかわかんない。授業をちゃんと受けるときは受けるけど、騒ぐときは騒いでるわよね。
The dunce with straight A's. That's yours truly. I do at least try to pay attention in class the whole time, though.
体育とかそういう授業だとめちゃくちゃ騒いでるくせに。
Yeah, cause you're supposed to run around in gym class. That's why I do it.
まあその考えはいいんだけど、たまにどうしようもないバカやるわよね。
Hey, it's more fun that way.
ねえ、学校好き？
Yep, I get to see you here, or I get to see all my friends, so yeah. I get to see all my friends, so yeah, I think I have a lot of good friends.
私から見てもあんたは友達に恵まれてると思うわよ。毎日すっごい楽しそうだもんな。
Yeah, so school is never boring for me.
よかったわね。私もお前のおかげで少しは退屈しないけどね。
Aw, thanks Hiragi, I feel the same way about you. I get pretty bored when I don't get to see you, so try not to get sick and miss school, okay?
そっか。お前も学校休むなよ。私だって退屈したくないんだから。
Let's aim for perfect attendance so we are never bored.
まあお前はバカだから風邪とかひかないだろうし、心配はしなくても良さそうね。でももし体調とか悪くなったらあんま無理するなよ。
Ask me about my signature move. Wanna know about my signature move, Hiragi? I'm willing to spill all the secrets for you.
なんでそんな上から目線なわけ？それで私が全く興味なかったらどうするの？
Then I'll just whine and beg until you listen.
お前ってすごい厄介だね。
Wahaha! Now you have no choice but to listen.
まあ別にいいけどさ、その得意技ってすごいの？
Actually, it might not classify as a signature move, but it's still pretty amazing.
なんなんだよもう。じゃあ得意技教えて。あったらでいいから。
I can bust the nut with anything in 2 minutes flat. Read this actually. I can make you yell and get mad. I can bust the nut with anything in 2 minutes flat. I think I'm probably one of very few guys who can do that.
よくわかんないけど、すごいことなの？
Well, Hiragi, you need a vivid imagination for this.
でも妄想だけで満たせられるもんなの？
It takes years of training before you can properly relieve yourself based on pure imagination, and I've already reached that level and beyond.
なんか仙人みたいね。でもそれで調子悪くなったりしないの？
Well, lots of zinc too, otherwise it won't work very well.
おかずなしで調子悪くならないってすごいわね。
You can be a pretty chatty person, you know, Hiragi.
そう、なんか文句あるか
？Okay, let's talk about pets again. Do you like insects?
昆虫？好きなものは好きって感じね。見た目でアウトなやつとかいるでしょ。そういうのは無理。
Ah, you mean like spiders and stuff? I hate those too.
でもクモって節足動物って言って虫には分類されてないのよね。私もクモは無理。
So spiders are animals. You learn something new every day. Aren't insects animals too?
見た目じゃ動物か虫かなんて分かりっこないわよね。
So what kind of insects do you like?
カブトムシとかクワガタは好き。
Do you like praying mantises? Do you like dung beetles? Ah, okay. Do you like praying mantises? The poses they make are kinda scary, but I think they are pretty cool like stag beetles.
カマキリか。手で触るのは痛そうだよね。
Not necessarily, you just gotta make sure it doesn't attack you.
あのカマすっごい切れそうよね。捕まえるのも命がけね。
They're not as sharp as you are thinking, I promise. Their pincers are more rugged so they can catch their prey.
ああ、そうなんだ。でもあのフォルムはかっこいいわよね。
They'd be frightening if they were our size, but I think they're one of those cool bugs, kinda like stag beetles.
うんうん。でもやっぱ触るのはやっぱり怖いから見てるだけでいいかも。
Don't you think it'd be kinda difficult to keep a tropical fish? Don't you think it'd be kinda difficult to keep a tropical fish? Pretty sure you have to get like special tanks and then all this equipment and stuff.
熱帯魚って綺麗だけどすごく繊細な生き物だから育てるのは大変なのよね。
What kind of things are we talking about with the environments?
これは金魚とかにも言えるんだけど、塩素を抜いた水を使わなきゃいけなかったり、水温が少し違うだけでも死んじゃうからすごくデリケートなんだよ。
Just like me or reminds me of you? They remind me a lot of you, Hiragi.
私？なんで熱帯魚が私みたいなのよ。
You seem to be a pretty sensitive person yourself from my observations.
なんで私がデリケートなんだよ。デリケートとは全然かけ離れてるだろ。
Really? Sure, doesn't seem like that to me. Also, you probably shouldn't say that about yourself. You're a lot more sensitive than you think, Hiragi. Oh, and just for clarification, I mean that as a compliment.
そんな風に言われたってどういう部分がそうだとかわかんねえよ。でも一応デリケートだっていう部分これから考えてみる。
You can be a pretty chatty person.
なんか文句あるか？